If you're in a clutch, you need to experience the serpent's touch.
Welcome to Servant Fit, where leadership meets movement. My friend, I'm Dr. Maurice Buford. My friends like you call me Mo. And today, I'm taking some power steps. Not just to burn calories, but to really deal with, contend with, if you would, a hard question that oftentimes gets overlooked. Here's the question. How does a servant leader navigate a toxic culture without themselves becoming toxic? Yeah. Because let's be clear and let's be very honest and transparent here. Servant leadership, it sounds great, doesn't it? Particularly in healthy environments. Someone once said, everybody wants to be a servant until they treat you like a servant. But listen, what happens when that culture is hostile? Everyone is out for themselves and stabbing one another in the back. How do you navigate through those draining places that stresses you out every single day? Well, that's what today's walk is all about. All right. Here's the first truth I would like us to ponder. Listen, toxic cultures don't just attack morale. If we're honest, they attack our energy. Yeah? And servants who don't manage their energy, listen to me, will confuse our endurance with faithfulness. Think about that for a second. Power steps remind us of this. You don't sprint through resistance. You don't stop moving. My friend, we find a suitable rhythm, a nice drum beat. You see, as servant leaders, we must learn when to engage, when to create distance. As my grandmother used to say, sometimes you gotta be close enough to touch, but far enough to stay away. And when to protect emotional and spiritual reserves. We understand that. Listen, my friend, serving doesn't mean absorbing abuse. No, we're not to be doormats. That's not the order of the day. I was talking to someone about this, and I told him, in love, we're called to be servants, not suckers. It means choosing where your energy, our energy, is invested. In fact, let's do a quick survey. Where are you investing your energy? Is it in your area of strength? Is it in your area of your family? Or is it in the area of toxicity? Put that in the chat. Listen, here's where many servant leaders struggle if we're honest. They say, well, I don't want to rock the boat. I'm going to just stay quiet. But you know, the saying goes like this. My friend, sometimes all that's required for evil, bad stuff to triumph is for good people to say, and for that matter, do nothing. And I know that's not your propensity. Servants also say, I'm going to just pray harder. Now, I am an advocate of praying, but there comes a time where we have to put feet on our faith and engage. Or we'll say this, I'll endure for the sake of peace. But silence, my friend, without awareness, it becomes self-betrayal. Think about that. See, power steps require honest self-talk. Ask yourself these questions while we're walking. Number one, what specifically is toxic here? Let's not play with it. Let's call that elephant out. What is toxic? Is it a personality? Is it passive aggressive behavior? Name it. There's some power in naming it. Is it behavior? Is it leadership? Is it a system? Or is it some values? Is this temporary? Or is this something structural? It's baked into there. You know, servant leaders don't gaslight themselves. They don't deny reality. My friend, just look back on history, and every great servant leader will tell you this. They name it privately so they can navigate it wisely. What about us? So we walk into this new year. Let's call it what it is. Let's name it. We've been dealing with it for a whole year. Let's name it. You know, toxic cultures can really pressure us to react if we're not careful. Instead of responding, we begin to react. We begin to react emotionally, doing and saying stuff that's not even in our DNA. We begin to react defensively and impulsively. But servants move with purpose, not panic. You, my friend, are the pace setter. I remember first marathon I ran, new to the sport, if you would, of running. And one of the guys said, what is your goal for the marathon? And I told him. They said, well, just find the pace setter. You stay close to that pace setter, you'll get next to your goal. Can I tell you something, my friend? In your job, your community, your home, your place of worship, you are the pacemaker. Pacemaker doesn't make a lot of noise. They just hold that sign up. It says, follow me. I'll take you to your goal. That's walking in ways that matter, my friend. Walking slows down the body so the mind can lead again. Let me tell you about power steps that I'm taking now and that you're taking metaphorically or literally right now. It reminds us, you don't mirror dysfunction. Nope, that's not who you are. You don't rush decisions under pressure. Nope, that's not you. You don't abandon your values to survive a season. No, ma'am. No, sir. That's not who you are. On the contrary, servant leaders ask while they take power steps, what response preserves my integrity, even if it costs me some comfort? Wow. That's power. That's power under control. That's light, my friend, in darkness. Now, listen. This may be the hardest truth. Lean in. Hear me. Not every toxic culture is ours to fix. Not every toxic culture is ours to fix. Some assignments have an agenda. And some assignments are simply meant to endure. Others are designed to influence quietly. And then there are some assignments that you must make a quality decision that says this toxicity deserves my exit. Where are you right now? Allow me to say this. We're talking about power steps of a servant. Maybe you're looking at the exit door right now, and fear is holding you. You're pondering, is this the right decision? Well, here's what I know personally. Anytime I make a fear-based decision, 99.9% of the time is wrong. My friend, servant leadership is not about being a martyr. No. Power steps teach discernment, staying doesn't mean shrinking. Sometimes, instead of shrinking who you are, you really step into who you are because you're secure. Leaving doesn't mean failing. Hear me. Shifting roles doesn't mean we are quitting our purpose. The question is not, how long can I take this? Here's a better question. You ready? Here's the question. Is this environment strengthening or eroding who I am becoming? Let me hear your comments. Is it building value muscles? Put that in the chat. Or is it stripping from who you are? So, as I finish these final power steps, my friend, here's the key takeaway. Servant leaders protect their power by staying aligned, not by staying silent. Again, all that's required for evil to triumph is for good folk like you to keep silent. Now, if you're navigating a toxic culture right now, allow me to encourage you. Keep it pushing. Keep moving. Keep reflecting. And keep choosing integrity over impulse, time and time again. And if you need space, a confidential space to process, recalibrate, and lead with clarity, I invite you to experience the servant's touch. Because listen, because even the most resilient and mature servants need support. Until next time, keep walking, keep leading, keep serving from a place of strength, and watch the best come forth.